Alright, do we need to talk to anybody? We need to do anything before we go. I mean, what else? What do we have on our journal here? Weapons of the Void. I mean, that one we can't. I just... Whatever, man. We'll just accept that we can't do that.
Something
Let's
on
have
your
a talk
mind?
with everybody here before we... Oh.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Battery levels are fully charged.
All right.
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do?
We just talked about not having a plan, dude.
Yes, of course. And when you do, you can count on me to back your play. Your ability to talk us out of even the most hopeless situations hasn't failed us so far.
Right.
Anything you'd like to discuss? I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a
Clean my
laborer,
glasses real quick.
and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
All right, who's next? Nyoka?
Hey, Cap.
What the hell was that? She sat back down? You know, the person we need to talk to now, I guess, is Felix. So, Felix, what do you got for me?
Good to see you, boss.
Oh, nothing. All right. I think we're gonna go do what we need to do.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Are you not, Ada? What is this? Posture check, Nekoko. I literally just... I also... Oh, I do it again. Here we go. There's your drink. Tartarus. You're about to assault the labyrinth of Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. Saves made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quests and downloaded content such as Peril on Morgon or Murder on Eridanos, which I don't have, by the way, will be available for any saves made beyond this point. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? We'll get a little stretch in there. All right, cool. Would like to save, absolutely. All right, here we go, guys.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure
Achievement unlocked.
impossible at this time.
Hard time.
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0.
Well,
The interior can be chilly.
count
Take a scarf
however
with
many
you,
of us
Captain.
there are after we
I would
leave.
also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you returned, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously. All right, I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Okay.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance?
Time for me to go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Before I leave, what skills do they have? Medical, persuade, lie, engineering. I'm gonna bring Parvati with me and probably the Vicar because he can hack into stuff. Alright, Parvati and the Vicar it is. I don't know, Nikoko. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to beat this. Depends on how long. We're at the end of the game. This is it. However long it takes us to beat this is however long we're going.
The captain did right by us.
What was that?
The board will never own groundbreakers. No
Hey, we got the Groundbreaker crew here.
Hullhead. Stay down, Hullhead.
Huh? Something's not right.
Attack! Here goes nothing.
How could you, Nikoko? How could you? Yeah, we're wrapping up this game right now, Spag. However long it takes us to do it. It's however long it takes us to do it. Hey, what's up, Jake? 3 years. Almost 3 years. What is time, dude?
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Whoa, nothing. I was just asking. I was going to welcome you aboard.
No.
Okay, all right.
It's better I have to kill you, dude. Although maybe I don't. Maybe I can just leave here without killing you, dude. You're about the nicest UDL guy up until now, so I won't kill you.
They call this place the Labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
I wish I could bring all my companions on this one. This is one of the problems I have with these type of games. They give you so many companions. I just want to bring everybody along, but you can only have like 2 other people with you.
I suppose it would be too late to back out now, huh? Fear not, Captain. I'll watch your back.
Fuck, I can't hack this dude? Damn it, it's not even with the Vicar on my side. We'll just have to come up here. Like this. Look at that, we're doing pretty good so far. Magna. Now it's typed to shock. It's typed to plasma. This site. That's fine. Let's stick with that. Alright, cool. Alrighty. Going to the pit. Going to the pit, ladies and gents. Off into the pit we go. Oh, nice, Spag. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. I'm glad it turned out good. Got dinner started and back to work while I wait. Love these times. Damn. Well.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing.
Hey, Sandrar. Yeah, boys. Get them. All of our friends are here to help us. Yeah. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
That's the last of them. Time to collect the fine balance.
Good job, guys. Well done, everyone. You idiot, you're gonna... That guy's just gonna climb down while we're in the middle of this fight. Yeah, there's body parts all over the place, man.
Serves you right. Waste of company ammo.
Alright, ladies and gents. Let's get it.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please. Thank you.
Yeah, get off of me. Leave me alone.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus.
It's the chairman.
I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
And the convict. The vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
Hey.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over.
Is it though?
Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
I believe we could ask you the same.
Damn straight, homie.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way. Oh, right. This coming from the psychopathic outlaw. Yes, I'll try to be more open-minded about your path of wanton dissent. We don't need your help.
I killed this guy already.
I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent in the scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Okay, well, look at that. We didn't have to kill him after all. I surely thought I was gonna kill this guy. But look at that, it didn't have to come to that. We can make some progress after this.
About a blasted lab coat. Fugitives and fugitives. Let it go. What? Something really doing this, huh?
Everything in my life has been leading.
We got more backup helping us out down there. But we got places to be, so we'll let them handle that. Alright.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
That's so.
I'm afraid I can't do that. You have a flair for subtlety. If you'd worked for me, you would have been the greatest fixer Halcyon has ever seen. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy.
Nope, we're the board's enemy, not your enemy.
Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
See about that.
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option.
But you do, though.
Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain. Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
All right, let's see if you'll listen to reason.
Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. I believe I'm more than capable of taking you on.
Sure about that?
Fair point. I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds. By every reasonable estimate, you should be dead. Yet here you stand. I've devoted my entire life to protecting Halcyon. I'm not afraid to die in the line of duty.
Oh, she had her.
There isn't much of a board left, thanks to you. You've thrown this system into disarray. Cleaning up your mess will be the work of a lifetime. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
It's right behind you, you know. No! Persuasion and science is not high enough.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden.
Yeah, why do they only give me that option? Is there really nothing else?
On site and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry, I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
Again, prevented from stopping bloodshed. It is what it is, I guess. Could have stopped this, but could have prevented it, but
you're an artist, Captain.
Yes, we won't.
Gosh, that's clever.
Sure is, ain't it?
Security patrol.
Yeah, I turned the drones against Rem. You take care of that while we. Well, I guess I have to destroy it, right? So we can fire.
Here's a little trick I learned.
Get him, Vicar! Don't shoot right at the shield. We've already. Yeah, girl. Knock that thing on its ass. Beat it up. I see it.
Your life was merely an illusion anyway. Past that armor.
Oh god, they're both down. This guy's a tough son of a bitch, huh? It's almost dead though. Achievement unlocked, short circuit. That's what's up. Hibernation chamber key. All right. Need them to heal themselves, man. Just they're not. Their health is.
Why won't you just roll?
Oh well. She literally stood no chance. She did not have to die for this.
Get me out
But
of here.
she just chose to. No damn reason. Achievement unlocked, level 30. I guess I leveled up.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing.
What happened to Earth, man? What'd they do to it?
The Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Are we gonna find out?
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore.
What happened to Earth, though? I want to know what happened.
We're entirely on our own. Yes, you're right.
The road is long, and we haven't a moment to waste. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? The chairman? I don't know why you let that heartless creature live, but I'll have to trust your judgment. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves, but I was wrong.
Tough thing to do,
We can't
man.
save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow.
And that's why you let certain people
We
live,
are
man.
not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
Lifetime employment program ruined. Oh shit,
The
achievement
OSI
unlocked, the Outer
teaches
Worlds.
that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable.
Is that it?
From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history.
Might
The
be
events on Tartarus brought about the
Look at
end
that.
of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving
Man,
a handful
epilogue.
of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on.
Here we go. That's what we like to hear.
In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient.
Nice.
In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise
Looks like Sanjar
they might have starved.
actually did it, man.
Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy.
She was crazy, man.
One day,
The whole alien
an
stuff.
accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever.
Well, she's dead.
Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together.
She was a little cuckoo bananas.
The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation.
Damn.
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town.
As it should, right?
Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research.
Now I
and
kind of
delivered
regret
it to
helping
the
her out.
Hope's scientists. It is unclear how
I should have
useful
saved
Adelaide's
Edgewater instead of
research
her.
was. An optimistic estimate
oh well.
suggests her work may have
I thought it
brought
was the better
Halcyon
choice at the time.
another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter.
Oh, well, there you go. She ended
Under
up
the
dying.
leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising.
Nice.
The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority
something like that
gave them little choice in the matter.
They were real.
Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less.
They get for being all about the board, man.
Even had to get jobs.
Oh man,
it was a dark time indeed.
Oh, how
your influence shifted Ellie's perspective.
Hey, look at that.
She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just
we set her on the right
other
path.
People.
We helped her out.
Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally
She became a captain herself. Look at that, man.
She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe.
Good stuff.
Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically,
I knew that was going to
somewhat
happen.
awkwardly, agreed.
You have to live out
the stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft,
Girl Parvati, yeah.
freighters and wildcat miners sought
She became
her
a
out
celebrity
by name.
herself. Look at that.
And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem.
That's nice. I'm glad she
and
had
Junlei
her.
were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales.
Look at that. Everybody got SAM units.
Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it.
That's good.
Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. The revival project was hard and painful work. But in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse.
I wonder how
Their
far
efforts
into the future
continued
this
to
is
day,
after all the events
which
of
may
the
be
game.
reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later,
See?
His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived.
Well, look at that.
Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on.
There you go. Never give up. Never surrender, man.
And what about you? The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon. You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and made Chairman Rockwell your own puppet, a role he was all too eager to play. The colony never realized you were the true power behind the new administration. By acting vicariously through agents and third parties, you controlled Halcyon from the shadows.
Nice.
As a result, Halcyon survived the
Look at that. Halcyon survived, baby.
No one knows what's happened to Earth. And no one
That's what I wanted to know. I want to know what happened to Earth.
All we know for certain is this. The name of the unreliable
We've become legends.
Intrepid captain
We've become legends.
Will remain the subject of
the unreliable.
For years
its captain and its crew. Look at that. We were on all the stories. There we have it. The Outer Worlds. That was a fun ass game, dude. Well done. Well done, everybody. Good job. All these names you see here, they killed it, man. They made a super fun and great game. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. I had such a great time with this game. I just wanted to keep playing it every time I played it. And you know, when you have a game like this that you only play on stream that you want to keep playing, it makes for longer streams, and it's like you can't wait to get back into it. Well, we did it, man. Here it is. Like I said, I really enjoyed this. This was a super enjoyable game. I know they're making a second one, so now I can't wait to play that. I am adding that into my most anticipated upcoming games list. I wonder what they're gonna do with that though, because this is this all wrapped up pretty end. Which, by the way, that little epilogue there about showing what happened to all the characters in your crew and everybody you interacted with and all that stuff. That is awesome. I love that. I wish more games did that. More of these type of games did that, because that was fucking cool, man. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game a lot. I'm glad I finally got to play it. Only 3 years later, but here we go, man. We finally did it. Yeah, what a super fun game. I'm gonna be very interested to see what they do with the second one, like where they go story-wise. Seeing as how at the end of this one we kind of are years in the future, and Halcyon prevails and all that. I guess I would imagine that they're just gonna do something completely different. We're not gonna focus on Halcyon or any of this, right? I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know. We shall see, man. But I really enjoyed it, so well done to the Outer Worlds team. Well done, Obsidian. Well done, everybody. You guys all did an incredible job on this game, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun to play and experience, and meeting all the characters and going all the planets and everything. It's definitely my kind of game. We'll see what kind of changes they bring to the second one. Like if they're gonna have more, if they're gonna add like romanceable companions and all that kind of stuff, which didn't really bother me in this game. But I think it'd be cool if they added it into the next one. Look at that voice cast! Shout out to everybody. But yeah, I wonder what other kind of stuff like that they will add to the next one, because yeah, this was a fun time. I also did not expect the ending to be so like quick. I kind of thought we would kind of be here for a little while longer, but it was cool seeing you know, the MSI and the Groundbreaker and all your allies come to help you out at the end there. And you know, I guess having the disguise really made it easy to just sneak aboard and you know, go all over the place. But yeah, super fun game, man. Definitely recommend it to everybody if you haven't. Good time.